Okay, welcome back to another episode of Ham Radio on the Go. And in today's video, we're going to be sitting in front of the 857D. We're going to be operating the North American Sprint Contest for 2024 SSB edition. So we're definitely not going to be on the go. We're going to do things a little different. We're going to start off with the band and propagation report. But first, I wanted to say I got tipped off about this contest. Every year I get an email. Makes me feel special that just a quick reminder that the 4-hour North American Sprint Contest is this evening. So I was tipped off. More information, you can go on ssbsprint.com. I'll get into the details in a little bit, but we're going to do the propagation report because it was very important, very misleading. Everybody expected big band conditions on HF. And that was not the case, and I'll tell you why. But the propagation report, the SFI, came in at 209. Usually that'd be wide open bands on HF, but that's not the case, and I'll tell you why. Because of a solar flare. We had some solar activity creating havoc on the band. I'll put an image up on the screen. You'll see for yourself. All the bands were at best in fair condition or poor. I mainly operated 20 and 40, and they were all in the red. All poor conditions due to the solar flare that occurred and wreaked havoc on HF conditions the entire weekend. There was no maximum usable frequency report that I can give you. The BZ was negative 1.3. The A index was 36. The K was 5. But like I said, that was all misleading. No propagation, no tropospheric ducting. And no sporadic E, which doesn't come into play for this particular contest. So let's cut to the chase. We got the band report. We got the propagation report, which only means one thing. Up next, we got the on air. So let's check out the North American Sprint Contest for 2024. Oh, by the way, I did a video on this last year and got some positive feedback. Got some people involved in the contest, and I'm happy for that. And they commented that they were going to partake this weekend. So hopefully we could hear from them and all of you. If you participated, don't forget to comment below and tell us about it. Let's get to some on-air activities, and you'll hear for yourself how fast-paced this contest can be. Enjoy. Okay, welcome back to the channel, everyone. And it's the weekend in March, the third weekend in March, and that means it's time for a quick contest, a North American SSB Sprint Contest, which is going to run only for 4 hours on March 24th, 0000 Zulu to 0400 Zulu. On the East Coast USA, that's 8 p.m. to midnight on the 23rd. Follows the CQ Worldwide SSB Sprint Contest, and it's just a condensed version of that, you would think, right? But I did a video on this contest last year, and I was surprised to learn that it is fast-paced. There is this one practice that I don't see on any other contest where you answer a CQ, make the contest, CQ contest, you make the contact, and now the frequency is yours. And you call CQ, and somebody answers you and takes the frequency from you, and so on and so forth, which makes the contest quite active, fast-paced, probably the fastest-paced contest that I've participated in, the North American SSB Sprint Contest. I did a video on it last year, came across it thinking it was just a simple contest that was condensed, 5-9, your name, your state, that type of thing, but there's a bit of an exchange, and then on top of that, the frequency is constantly shifting over. So it'll give you a bit of a challenge, but it's only for 4 hours, and now I understand why. 4 hours of this constant give and take on the frequency makes for an interesting contest. But besides that, the rules are somewhat the same. It's open to 80, 40, and 20 only, because it's a nighttime contest in North America. High power 1500, low power below 100, and QRP at 5 watts, which is your standard. Only 4 hours long. You work stations once per band, and North American stations get 1 point per QSO. And then you give the exchange is a little more convoluted. You give the other station call, plus your call, plus a serial number, plus your name, plus the state, and factor in the frequency shifting and who's calling CQ. Makes it very interesting. Multipliers and the total score is pretty much the same. You got to have your log in by March 31st. So let's get on the air and have some fun with the North American SSB Sprint Contest for 2024. Whiskey India 2 Mike. Whiskey India 2 Mike. Okay, 92 Scott in Wisconsin. Thank you. Please copy number 4. Whiskey India 2 Mike. My name is Joe. Juliet Oscar Echo in New York.
Okay, I got Joe in New York. What was the number?
The number was 004.
Okay, got the number 4. Thank you. 73.
73. Station ending in Papa. Whiskey November 4. Go ahead. Okay, gotcha that time. Whiskey November 4, Alpha Foxtrot Papa. Please copy 005, Whiskey India 2 Mike. November Yankee, my name is Joe. Can you give me the state? Okay, thank you for Sierra Charlie. Frequency is yours. Fast pace action.
Thank you, Rod. Please copy number WY7FD number 7373 from Dewey Delta Echo Whiskey Yankee in Wyoming. Just up. Thanks. Whiskey Yankee 7 Foxtrot Delta. Sticky Sprint Whiskey Yankee 7 Foxtrot Delta.
Whiskey India 2 Mike. Whiskey India 2 Mike.
Whiskey Yankee 7 Foxtrot Delta Sprint.
This is Whiskey India 2 Mike.
I have a Whiskey India 2 Mike. Please copy number 7474 from Dewey Delta Echo Whiskey Yankee in Wyoming. WY7FD.
Okay, Roger, thank you. Please copy 002, Whiskey India 2 Mike, Juliet Oscar Echo in New York, November Yankee, over.
Okay, I got the New York, but I need your name again, please.
Okay, it's 002. The serial is 002, and my name is Joe. Juliet Oscar Echo, over.
Roger, Joe, your frequency.
Okay, thank you. CQ Sprint.
Their call?
Whiskey India 2 Mike.
Alpha Charlie 0 Whiskey.
Alpha Charlie 0 Whiskey. Please copy 003. Whiskey India 2 Mike. Joe, Juliet Oscar Echo in New York.
Whiskey Italy 2 Mike. Number 21 Bill, Minnesota. Alpha Charlie 0 Whiskey.
Okay, thank you, Bill. The frequency is yours.
Alpha Charlie 0 Whiskey. Whiskey X-ray 5 Sierra. Whiskey X-ray 5 Sierra. AC Sarah W. Number 22 Bill, Minnesota. AC 0 Whiskey 90 Matt.
Whiskey India 2 Mike. Whiskey India 2 Mike. This is Whiskey India 2 Mike. Whiskey India number 2, number 12 Mike. It is Whiskey India 2 Mike. Whiskey India 12 Mike. Number 2, number 12, number 2, over. Okay, I've got number 61. Number 61, continue. Okay, please copy 001, Joe, Juliet Oscar Echo, New York. Number 001, number 1, over. Name is Joe. Juliet Oscar Echo. Juliet Oscar Echo. The state is New York. November Yankee. Seven three. Okay, there you have it. That's just a sample of the action of the North American SSB Sprint Contest for 2024. Just 4 hours long. So it's not a whole weekend, and it's very fast paced. So there you have it, just a sample of the action. Band conditions were pretty good on 20 and 40. I didn't venture into 80. My antenna doesn't propagate well on 80 meters. Don't even know if there was any type of contest activity. But 20 and 40 were packed with people calling CQ contest or CQ sprint. And even, oh, look at that, even 10 meters is starting to come in, starting to percolate. So with that, going to get back to the contest. Comment below, tell me what you thought if you participated in the contest. In addition, I'll have an image of the propagation report, so you can check out how the band activity was. Comment below, tell me how the contest was by you, how the activity and propagation was by you, and hopefully you had a good contest, worked some stations, and filled up your logbook. All right, 7-3 everyone. We'll catch you next time right here on Ham Radio on the Go. Thanks for watching, everyone, and 7-3.